Good evening everyone, welcome to Officer Sarah 24/7 and my name is Amanjot and I am your mentor for PPB and Indian Economy, Indian Financial System. So why we are here today? So today we are going to talk about the PPB principles and practices of banking. In this particular session, we are going to discuss what are the key takeaways of your PPB subject from the May 2023 exam. So as you know, the first exam of 2023 happened on May 2023. So we have a certain key takeaways. We have a certain learnings which we have seen in the May 2023 paper that we are going to follow for the October JAIIB exam, because we know the PPB subject, or if I talk about the principles and practices of banking subject, it has two major issues with it. First of all, it has a huge syllabus. The biggest syllabus in all the four subjects will be, or is it? It is in the PPB subject. The second important thing is that PPB and AFM do not have any gap. You will not get any particular gap of certain days between your PPB and AFM paper. So on 14th of October, you have your principles and practices of banking subject, and on 15th of October, you have your AFM paper. So it's very obvious we have to prepare in certain way so that the Indian economy, Indian financial system, PPB and AFM, all the three subjects will be completed on time with the detailed syllabus discussion or the conceptual understanding of all the topics of your subject, plus revision. At least 2-time revision is required for all the three subjects. So let's start the session. As you can see on the thumbnail, what we are going to do, we are going to understand the basics of PPB. That is a step-by-step approach for our subject, like how to prepare the paper or how to make it more easy. So first of all, a certain key takeaways I am going to take here. First of all, you can see this is the paper 2 of your JAIIB, that is principles and practice of banking, and its paper will be on which particular date? This paper will be on 14th of October. And each and every subjects of your covers the 4 module as the same the PPB have. First module talks about general banking operation, in which we have to study what are the basic operations of the bank that bank performs. And I can say the module A is full with the AML KYC guidelines that we have to cover. The second part is functions of bank. What are the other functions bank performs? What are the lending criteria, types of loan, what are the rules, regulations when a bank provides loan to the customer. Everything will be have to cover under the functions of a bank. Then banking technology, what technology bank is using, what software facility bank is using, and how bank perform the digital transactions, how bank help the check to not or to stop the physical movement of the check with the help of CTS, how we have introduced the core banking solution, in which a centralized branch will be there, a central server will be there by which all the branches of that particular bank will be linked. That is the core banking solution. So how CBS is working, how CTS is working, what are the ways by which we are performing digital transactions, what are the ways by which we are having NPCI services, that is retail payment services in the form of online way. So all that we have to cover here. Then we have ethics in banks and financial institution. So what is ethics? Ethics is simply a study of human being to understand the rightness and wrongfulness of a decision. So when we talk about ethics, ethics start from a very initial stage of our life. For example, if I talk about human values are something which we adopt by seeing the environment around us. Let's say, for example, the first of all, I got the values from my family. We all got values, certain values from our family. So when we were living in our family, when we have been brought up in a particular family, what they are doing, by seeing them, we have adopted a certain values. And then at the school, from the college, from your home, your place of work, etc. So what kind of people you are living with, they tells you, or like we can say, by seeing them performing a certain way, by seeing them interacting with the other people, by seeing them how they react to this particular situation, we adopt ourselves a certain human values. And that's why the certain activity that's happening in front of us can be right or wrong as per the different perceptions of the people. Let's say, for example, according to me, ragging is okay, because when I went to the college, I have seen the ragging situation, and I think that's very normal. This is the way how the colleges works. This is the way how the juniors and seniors interacts. But in eyes of other person, in eyes of my friend, let's say, or other person who is in my class, he or she, when sees this kind kind of ragging. They feel, so they think like this is wrong, this should be stopped, and they went to complaining to the let's say the HOD or whatever the person is in charge there. So both the persons have different perceptions regarding or in context to one issue. So this is what we have adopted as a child till now. That's the human values. Okay, so according to our values, we create our certain moral principles, and all that we have to cover in this particular module D. Or now we have to cover as a businessman, not the businessman I can say, but as a organization. Like if you are working in a bank, so you have to follow a certain rules, regulations. You have to follow a code of conduct or a rule book. There are certain restrictions. There are certain guidelines that this can be done as an employee by you. This cannot be done as an employee by you. So all that we have to cover under the module E. Module D. So these are the 4 modules under the principles and practices of banking. Now, you can see module A talks about all your rules, regulations regarding the different issues. Let's say, for example, first we have here the AML KYC, banker customer relationship, banker special relationship, AML KYC guidelines, organizational aspects of KYC, various types of customer, different types of deposit account, what are the way by handling, clearing and collection cash, etc. Then foreign exchange remittance, NRI business aspects, foreign currency accounts for the residents and for non-residents, etc. Cash management services, this is a very important function of a bank. Cash management services right now mandatory. Okay, payment and collection of check and other negotiable instrument, responsibility of paying bank, responsibility of collecting bank, ancillary services, financial inclusion, financial literacy, then customer service guidelines, then banker and customer rights. Then we have to cover the integrated ombudsman scheme, the Consumer Protection Act, Corpora Act, then last one will be Right to Information Act. So you can see total units we have 55. How many units we have? We have 55 units. Out of that, only 21 units, or I can say 21 units are in the module A. Okay, now if I talk about the module B, that's functions of bank. You can see what functions bank is performing. Bank provide lending, different types of borrowers and credit facilities are there. Then your credit facility, your loan accounts, the collateral, the security you are taking from a customer will be different. Like mortgage, line is there, pledge is there, hypothecation is there, all they have the different characteristic. Okay, so that we have to cover. Different modes of charging the security, the documentation required when you are applying for a loan and etc. NPA, stressed asset, non-performing asset. Bank has given a loan to the customer, but customer is not repaying the interest or let's say for example principal amount. Important laws relating to recovery of dues like SARFAESI Act is there, IBC is there, DRT, DRAT, NCLT, NCALT, all these recovery dues we have to cover, laws related to them. Now contract of indemnity, contract of guarantee, bank guarantee, letter of credit. These are the non-fund based credit facility that bank provide. Deferred payment guarantee, in the installment you are making the payment. Laws related to the bill finance, personal finance, priority sector lending, again a very important chapter. Agriculture finance, finance to microfinance institutions, lending arrangements with the NBFCs, micro, small and medium enterprises, the government sponsored schemes and the self-help group. This is the functions of a bank. All these are the functions that will be performed by the bank. So in Indian economy, Indian financial system, we have discussed that there is a certain business of a bank in which banks accept deposit for the purpose of lending and also provide the withdrawal service with the required documents, check, demand draft, etc. So this is the business of a bank. But apart from that, a lot of services are provided by bank, and all those functions we have to cover in the module B. Now the module C has a very small syllabus, like so you can see only 8 units are there. So module A and B covers a huge syllabus of your PPB, and that's why they have a more weightage in paper also. So you can see banking technology, you have to cover bank computerization, then core banking solution environment, how the digital banking working, what are the delivery channels for the digital banking, how the electronic fund transfer system working, data communication network is working. Then NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, that's an umbrella organization of our country which manages the retail payment system of our country. Then impact of technology adoption, trends in banking technology, the security consideration and mitigation, Measures in bank, operational aspects of cybercrime, fraud, risk management in cyber tech, etc. Then technology trends in banking, e-rupee, fintech, redtech, subtech, hashtag banking. So these are very new to the syllabus that we have to cover. Hana? These are very new to syllabus that we have to cover. So that's the unit 50. Now we have fourth module, that is module D, ethics in banks and financial institution, and this particular module have only how many units? 5 units are there. So you can see simply how banks work, what are the code of conduct, what should be done, what should not be done, everything we'll have to cover. Ethics, the business ethics, banking, integrated perspective, ethics at individual level, like if you are appointing a certain employee, Hana, the person should be ethical. Like if I am working at a 24/7, when at a 24/7 will be hiring me, it will check that this person is ethical or not. Hana? So as at individual level, a person should be ethical. The person should know what is right and wrong. A person should know that what are the rules that you have to follow and what are your responsibility towards your employer. That's the kind of ethical person we need in an banking sector also. Hana, the ethical dimensions employs the work ethics at the workplace, the banking ethics or changing dynamics we are talking about here. So all this we have to cover under the module D. So this is the 4 modules of your PPB, and I have told you that these 4 modules have 55 units. Out of that, the first 2 modules, that is A and B, have a huge syllabus. C and D has a less syllabus. So I can say around 60% weightage in your paper will be from A and B unit, and the remaining 40% weightage will be given to the module C and D. So what does we should do? We need a 50 marks to clear the PPB exam. Hai? So can we focus on only 2 modules and we will leave the module C and D? No, we can't do that. Every module, every unit is important. Okay, but yes, it's very obvious the weightage is different in all the 4 modules. So we have to prioritize first what we have to cover and what will be the last we have to cover. So we have to start. Okay, so we were talking about the modules. So there are 4 modules that we have discussed. So module A, B, C and D. So module A and B cover your 60% weightage and module C and D covers your 40% weightage. Hana? That's what the difference here. So what we have to do, we cannot be allowed ourselves to remove or to not to cover a particular module or a particular the unit. We have to cover each and everything. But yes, what we can do, we can prioritize how to cover the syllabus. Then 100 questions will be there and the 100 marks will be there. Each and every question we have to attempt. The reason behind it, because there is no negative marking. Hana? And to score maximum, it's not like the 50 marks have been told by IIBF that is required to clear the paper. No, we are not going to target 50 marks only. We have to target at least 65, so that if we somehow give wrong answer in the paper, we definitely be clearing the paper. So 100 marks will be there. And the pattern of questions, if I talk about, the first pattern of question will be one-liner questions in which simple question will be given and you have to answer out of 4 or 3 out of 4 options, which of the following is the right option. The second will be statement-based question. Statement-based questions will be time-consuming. Statement-based questions will be time-consuming. Apart from time-consuming, these questions will be what? Required a depth knowledge of a topic. If you do not have a depth knowledge of a topic, you won't be able to cover the subject. Okay, you won't be able to answer the question. Then the match the following questions can be seen. The match the following questions will be there in the paper, Hana, and that also required a in-depth detail. Then the fourth one, we have a case study. The fourth one, we have case study questions, and the case study questions will be covered as a certain situation has been given to you, like this is the situation, what you will do. So your decision making, your knowledge about the topic will be checked in the case study questions, right? Now, if I talk about the questions that has been asked in May 2023, you can see paper was around easy to moderate. Hana? Paper was not that much difficult. The paper for PPB was your easy to moderate. The tough paper was your IE, IFS only. Okay, so here you can see one question was from officially valid document. There are 6 documents, so one question was asked from there. Then check truncation system to stop the physical movement of check. We have introduced the CTS, National Automated Clearing House, where the bulk fund can be transferred and the repetitive funds can be transferred. Then Infinet is there. Infinet is a service that has been provided by IFTAS, that's the subsidiary of RBI, wholly owned subsidiary of RBI, right? Then we have UPI, Unified Payment Interface. Cycle, settlement cycle, it has art. Now, how many members will be there in the self-help group? Generally, 10 to 20 people will be there in the self-help group, but in hilly states, in hill areas, there will be maximum 5 people will be sufficient. Okay. Then POS limit, point of sale limit, NRE, NRO, non-resident external account, non-resident ordinary account has been asked, in which these accounts are rupee denominated account, but yes, these account can be opened in CASA and RAFA. Now, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, the crop insurance scheme we are talking about here. Then Debt Recovery Tribunal, to recover NPA, we use the DRT method. Then we have IMPS, Immediate Payment Service, by which you are providing customer the service to transfer the fund online without visiting a bank branch. Also, NEFT, RTGS, these two are managed by RBI itself, but IMPS is managed by NPCI. Then the router, white label ATM. White label ATMs are managed by the non-banking financial companies. Digital currency of RBI, that is central bank digital currency, CBDC. Not a part of CBS. Question was asked about CBS function, like which of the following is not a part of the core banking solution. Then bill of exchange, interest has been asked. From module D, around 4 to 5 question has been asked, and this is the pattern of IIBF. Like from module D, you will find 4 to 5 or maximum 8 questions. Not more than that can be seen. Section 131 of NI Act has been asked, and attachment order has been asked. Okay, then attachment order is what? A banker-customer special relationship. Then we have a numerical on working capital and fixed capital, principal and agent relations. Sections we have talked about: non-banking financial company, microfinance institution, insider trading, NPA provisions. All that was the questions that has been seen. So you can see from module D there are 4 to 5 questions, and if I talk about module C, you can see that router question was from there, digital currency was from there, CBS was from there, CTS was from there, Infinet was from there. Apart from all these topics, all the questions were from module A and B. Okay, so the maximum weightage have with module A and B, so do make sure you also focus more on module A and B. By focusing on module A and B more, it does not mean we can ignore the module C and D. You have to cover all the modules, but yes, we can start from there because it have more weightage in the paper. Now, if I talk about what should be done, what are the ways by which you can be easily able to score 60 plus in the PPB? First of all, start early. You have to understand this, that there are total 55 units in your PPB subject, and the 55 units of your, out of this 55, the initial 21 units of module A, they are around, they have a material around of unit, total 30 units. That much material or that much concepts or guidelines are there in the module A. Similarly with the module B, so you have to start early. Then know your syllabus. Understand the syllabus, how many modules are there and which module is related to what are their priorities in the paper, how much we have to prioritize the topic. And when you are knowing your syllabus, you are trying to know your syllabus, one more thing check there, like which particular module you are more comfortable with. According to, like, find out your weak and strong modules. According that, you can work on your preparation. Okay. So next we have make the timetable with the latest syllabus. The latest syllabus is available on our website also, and IIBF has been already updated. So you can check there. Focus on the concept, conceptual understanding. Having a conceptual clarity is very important. If you do not have conceptual understanding, you are not able to answer the question. Okay. So then keep preparing notes, have a proper notes for your revision purpose, because revision is must. 55 units are there and maximum part is a theoretical part. It's very obvious you have to revise multiple times. So at least 2 times we have to do the revision, and for revision you have to make sure you are making your notes to revise the content. Then we have practicing questions. Next, mock tests are very important. You can give the topic wise mock test. The topic wise mock tests are very important. With the topic wise mock test, what you have to do, rest. 1 second. The topic wise mock tests are very important. Apart from topic wise mock test, you have to give full length mock test also, because this topic wise mock test let you know when you have completed the chapter how much you understood the chapter, and are you capable of implementing the knowledge you have gained at the conceptual understanding classes or conceptual classes. Are you able to apply that knowledge in the paper? So topic wise questions are very important. Also, the topic wise questions let you know what kind of questions can be asked from a chapter. Then the mock test is important to know how much you score out of 100, at what level you are and what level we have to reach, so that the first attempt paper will be qualified by us. So all these things are very important to understand. All these things are very required to be clear in your preparation. Okay, if you focus on these things, that's sufficient to do, and that will be very easy for you to clear the paper. And if I talk about PPB, Principles and Practices of Banking, so this subject will be starting from 4th of August only on Adda 24/7. You can see Office of Adda 24/7. So this is the third Sankalp batch of ours in which we are starting from 24th of July. It means from Saturday we have started this batch, in which retail banking already started, retail banking and wealth management already started. The PPB and IEIFS, these two subjects, PPB and IEIFS will be starting. Sorry, there is some issue with the board. So PPB and IEIFS will start from 4th of August, then the AFM will be started. So this is the latest batch. Apart from that, if you want everything regarding your JAIIB, like every batch, bilingual, English medium, everything, you can go and check the Mahapack 2.0. So if you find any kind of issue at the time of enrolling, you can call on this number. What you will get in the Sankalp batch, you will get the conceptual classes, the live classes. You will get the content. It means you will get topic-wise mock test as well as full mock test. You will get ebooks. You will get class PDF. Apart from that, you will get 24/7 recording available in your account, so that whenever you want to revise, you can check the session. Okay, and with the double speed you can cover the recording with the less time period also. So all these benefits are available in these batches. How to enroll in these batches? Just you have to go to the Adda 24/7 application. When you go to the application, if you haven't downloaded the application, do download it, because 1% additional discount will be there. Go to the application and check the JAIIB CIB section here. When you click on the JAIIB CIB section, you will find here, 1 second. You will find here all the batches regarding your JAIIB October preparation. Okay, so click on the JAIIB October 2023. In front you will find the Sankalp batch 3, that's the English medium batch, already started from your 24th of July, and Vishal sir already started taking classes. So Vishal sir will be dealing with retail banking, wealth management. Niharika ma'am is going to take your AFM subject, and I will be taking your PPB and Indian economy, Indian financial system. Now how to enroll? Just click on the July 77. When you click on July 77, you will find 75% discount here. 1% additional discount will be available if you enroll from the application. So with the 76% discount, 6-month validity, and the amount you have to pay here will be simply your around 4,600 something. Okay, so this is the batch started for 24th. If you are looking for a JAIIB exam, then do make sure you start early, because a lot of syllabus is there. Indian economy we have already started in the running batches, and in the upcoming batches we are starting Indian economy from 4th of August. So do make sure you focus on the time, because time is very less. We have to cover 55 units from Indian PPB. From Indian economy you have to cover 45 units. In AFM I think same, around 40 to 45 units are there. In detail banking you have 30 units. So you can see easily more than 150 units you have to cover, and just a period of 3 months you have. So you have to focus more and then start your preparation. Okay, so let's end the session here, and if you have any doubt particularly for PPB, you can join the batch even after seeing this session, what has been asked, what not has been asked. If you have any kind of doubt, you can also ask in the comment section. I will be checking your comment and answering there. And do not forget, the first demo class will be on 4th of August, only on Officers Array 24/7. That will be free for all of you. And from 5th of August, we will be starting our batch with the detailed or conceptual classes. Okay, so let's end the session here. Last but not the least, if you are new to the channel of Officers Array 24/7, do not forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. So thank you all for joining the session and take care.